hand, please.
Novak, is there maybe a slight sense of relief at the end? A number of different points of that Roger beating you the last time that wasn't able to serve it out, and then this is also your first title of the year.
Well, that was definitely a relief in the end of the match. The last point when he hit the backhand in the net, I just focused on each point individually. Didn't really try to think about what happened or what's going to happen if it happens. I just try to be in the present moment, and that helped, especially in the tiebreak of the last set. It was a very even match. One break was enough for him to win the first. It was exactly the same for me in the second. And as I said before the match today, very few points will decide a winner, and that's what happened. Roger is playing on a very high level. He has more depth on his shots, especially from the backhand side. He's opening with his backhand shot down the line. He gives himself an opportunity to finish with the forehand. He serves well, and he just played much better than he did in last 13, 14 months. And I needed to really be on the top of my game and very concentrated till the last moment in order to win, and that's what I've done. I'm very proud of my achievements during this tournament. I've played 3-4 matches in 3 sets. A couple of matches had to come from a set down, and mentally this definitely helps for my confidence.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the manner of your victory, Novak. Obviously, you played such a good first set. You had to dig deep. Is that the satisfaction of winning?
Well, you always have to dig deep against Roger. You know that he's going to play on a very high level in the latter stages of the tournament, especially in the finals. I know that he's not going to give me anything, and as the match progressed, I felt like he started to make a little bit more unforced errors, and it allowed me to step into the court. Of course, when I served for the match, he played a fantastic game. I couldn't do much about it. I managed to regroup and get into the tiebreak. That was absolutely great for me. I mean, from the first to the last point, and I'm just very happy and thrilled to be able to win the first title in this season. It was the first final that I played this year. It was necessary for my confidence, and hopefully I can carry that into Miami and the rest of the season.
Just like in the semifinal, you had a chance to serve out the match, didn't get it done.
It's a deja vu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like the semifinal, you recovered though.
Yeah.
A little bit shorter time. I mean, how do you pick yourself up from that low so quickly, especially in a third set tiebreak?
Well, as I said, I'm very proud specifically to win this tournament and all that I've achieved. The way I've won this title is something that makes me very happy and gives me mentally a lot of satisfaction, because I've had specifically these 3 matches against Cilic and yesterday's semi-final and today's final, situations where I played 3 sets where it was very tense, very emotional. Few points really here and there could go either way, and went my way. So as I said, I stayed mentally tough, and that for me is something that gives me a lot of encouragement and hopefully confidence boost for the rest of the season.
Novak, I'm sure that winning any Masters Series title in your first title year is exciting in and of itself. But how satisfying is this win, given what happened in Dubai?
Well, considering the fact that I came into American hardcourt season without a trophy, first time in many years, it was a different feel. I know I play well on the court, but not winning a title and coming here, there were certain doubts, and I had ups and downs in my concentration in opening rounds, but I managed to stay, as I said before, mentally strong and have that self-belief, and I carried that all the way through till the title, and that's something that definitely makes this title very special to me, and it's going to mean a lot for what's coming up.
But the win over Roger in particular.
Well, winning against Roger is always a great win anywhere, on any tournament, any part of the world, because he's a great champion. He has achieved so much in his career, and as I said before, he always performs in a very high level at finals. And on the finals, I played him so many times in different occasions, in different important matches, in semifinals and finals, and I know that he always comes out confident, aggressive, and he doesn't give you the victory. You have to earn it. So that's why it was a very tough match for me to play today, but managed to do very well.
Novak, when he broke, when you were serving for the match, Roger just said that he was trying to pressure and that he wanted to show you that he was still there, and enemy said he was going to take it. How did you feel it while you were on the court, and how did you play it out?
Well, he always has presence on the court, of course. He has so many titles and such a successful career, and he knows how to turn match around. And he showed that on 5-4 down. And when I served for the match, I made all my first serves in, and he returned well. He was aggressive. He made a couple of winners, and there's not much I could do. I was under pressure. But when I was 6-5 down, I still kind of regrouped, and I made my presence after that, and I stepped closer to the line, and made him play an extra shot always, and changing the pace of the ball, and it paid off.
No, first off, congratulations. Second, correct me if I'm wrong, you still do own a tournament in Belgrade?
No, not anymore.
Well, let's switch to this. Considering so many players from Serbia right now still in the game, how do you see the future of the Serbian tennis? Is there any name that we don't know about that you see that you know of?
Well, there are talented players who have a potential to be very good, both men's and women's. I think we have a little bit more success in the junior circuit in women's tennis than girls' tennis than boys, but we do have Krajinovic, who a few years ago was the youngest player in top 200, and now he struggled a little bit last few years, but I think he still is talented and has potential to go far. We have Lajovic, and then we have younger guys like Jere or Milojevic, who are best in the world, and they're in juniors. So, but that transition from junior tennis to professional is not easy. Many players haven't succeeded. Only few did. So it's a transition. It's a switch that requires a lot of dedication, a lot of professionalism, a lot of mental strength, going on and playing these futures and so forth. But generally, the future of Serbian tennis depends on several things. But I think the main one is if we are going to have a certain system that is going to support the young kids in their development. If we don't have a national tennis center, then I think it's highly unlikely that we are going to have a continuous success in this sport. Unfortunately, we will have to rely on the individual cases, because when you have a national tennis center, you have a base where talented kids around the whole country can come and actually show their talent. Like this, they have to be individually, finding support from the family or certain persons.
I'm sorry, how about your brothers? Do you still have ambition, your brothers?
Yeah, I mean they're both playing. They have a huge mental pressure and expectations, because they're my brothers, and everybody looks at them differently and expects from them a lot wherever they go. So it's tough to handle that, but I still, hope that they can make a breakthrough. They're both playing, and I'm always there for them.
And Novak, congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Everyone in tennis, a lot of people in tennis, part of the fun is looking at trends. And when Stan won in Melbourne, people said, "Oh, that's interesting, a new guy winning the slam." And here, Murray lost, Nadal lost. People are talking about, hey, there's talk in the locker room, maybe a new day will come, or is coming. But in the end, it was two of the great masters up there fighting each other. Could you just talk about the trends in tennis? Are the changes coming, or it hasn't happened yet?
Well, I think it's obvious that it's happening more than it was the case in the last maybe 6, 7, 8 years. Nadal and Federer are still the two most successful active players on the tour, and they've been so dominant before Andy Murray and myself. We arrived on the tour, we kind of challenged them, and we managed to grab a few Grand Slam titles out of those two guys. And then, us four, we kind of, next to, Del Potro and a couple of, other good players like Berdy or Tsonga, who are always out there, and a great challenge to the top four for any title. Now you have younger players, and you have Wawrinka, of course, who worked so hard all these years, and he deserved that title in Australia. He played a tournament of his life, and as I said before, I really think it's good for the sport to have a new player winning a Grand Slam trophy, after many years, and it's going to make our sport a little bit more interesting. It's going to give more belief to the other lower ranked players, that they can challenge the top guys and be contenders to win the majors. So it's going to come sooner or later. I don't know. I can't predict what's going to happen in the future, but the new generation of tennis players is coming, and you have the names like Raonic, Dimitrov, Gulbis, these kind of guys who are definitely showing some great skills, and they're improving as players.
Novak, for the match at the start, your first service game, he broke you, and it seemed to us, to me at least, a little shaky. Can you talk about what goes through your mind about when that kind of started? We kind of did get back on track. It seemed like you were playing better as the match.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a great start for me. First service game that I had, made a few double faults and just unforced errors, and allowed him a break that was enough for the first set. So Roger is probably best in the world when he's up. When he's a break up, he wins his service game so comfortably and so fast that sometimes it's very difficult to keep up. But I managed to, as I said, stay composed and stay confident that in the start of the second set is like a start of the match, new match for me, like what happened with Cilic. If the opponent plays a great set, all I can say is it's well done, and keep on going. And I've had this particular situation so many times in my life, and I know that I have done several times a great comebacks and fighted my way through, and this has happened again today.
You talk also about shaking off those starts, because like you said, Cilic, you lost the first set, and that was pretty.
Well, it's all mental in the end of the day. I mean, again, you know that Roger is going to stay close to the line and be very aggressive from the start. So sometimes you manage to play well. Sometimes he puts pressure on you, and it takes its toll. But the match is best of three, so that's what matters the most for me.
And Novak, you've had Marion here in your corner this week. Can I ask though if you've had much contact with Boris?
Yes.
So what do you discuss? Is it mental aspects or technical aspects?
Yeah. Every day, every second day, we were on the phone and with me, and he was on the phone with Marion. He's following every match, and of course we talk about everything. I'm looking forward to see him now in Miami, and hopefully we can have another good week.
Last couple of questions. Second one, just wondered, you gave him a bit of a couple of hugs at the end there. I wonder whether just having an old voice back. Repeating.
I hope in Miami I'm going to give that hug to Boris as well. Don't worry.
Are there just a few little things that he says that just bring back elements of your game, perhaps of away or not necessarily?
Well, look, Marion is definitely somebody that knows me so well. I mean, I won my first and now today's title, every title in my life with him professionally, and we've been working for over 8 years, and he's been more than just a coach to me, a great support, a mentor, and an older brother, a father, or whatever you want to call. I mean, we had a great relationship. He knows me really well, and Boris is new to our team, so it's still a process of getting to know each other, and people, of course, always question if Boris should be there or not be there. Now that Marion, first tournament, he won the title with me, and then Boris didn't do that in Australia and Dubai. But look, it's a start of the season. We are all working together as a team. I don't make any difference now. Boris is a head coach, and Marian respects that. I respect that, and we hope for a success.
Thanks very much.